I had packed it wet, unbeknownst to myself, and when I unpacked it 2 nights ago, it was wet, and the zipper is metal, and the zipper had been wet for 4 months, and it had corroded a ton, and it worked the first night. I knocked off all the corrosion and stuff like that, and it worked, but last night it broke. Went through Charleston, South Carolina. I think so. I've been in Charleston before. I like it there. Tape keep bugs up for the first. Okay, but like the material that the zipper and mesh is made out of, the tape I have, my gaffer tape, does not really stick to it well. Because I kind of got by, there's just a few kind of holes in it last night, and I taped up those holes just to, because I didn't feel like dealing with it, because I was trying to sleep and it was pitch black out. But yeah, now I need to sort things out. It's my first cup of coffee on this trip, actually. It's weird. I'm usually a coffee in the morning kind of guy. Put a link in Discord under the search said what I did with the bag zipper to fix it. Okay. I might check that out. Well, I will check that out, just might not right now. Yeah. I want to sit. Oh, ripped my sunglasses. Okay. Go in there so you don't get blown over again. Move my bike forward a bit and sit on a rock. And just lean against the bike. Yeah, that's not bad. That's fine. We've been to Asheville, North Carolina. I feel like I haven't. I don't think so. I've been through North Carolina. Last time I went to North Carolina, I did the Outer Banks, and then up to Virginia Beach, Virginia. You fix punctures or replace tubes? I just replaced the tube. I have successfully patched a tube from a puncture, and it lasted for a long time, but I've also tried to patch a puncture, and it would not hold pressure, so I have 2 spare tubes. My solution is to just replace the tube. I keep the old tube in case I run into an emergency situation and I'm like, okay, let's try to patch it, but I just replace the tube. I get punctures like infrequently enough that like I'm so slow to fix a puncture to swap the tube out. I get there eventually, but like every step along the way I'm like, how do I do this again? I feel so dumb when I'm doing it. It's easy to get in the flow of a trip. Probably by about a week I'm like fully into it. So this is only my second like full day. It's technically the 3rd day, but the first day was only like, I think I just checked my analytics yesterday. It was 2 hours and 22 minutes or something like that. It's a very short stream. Because I was planning on starting a lot earlier that day, but I had to sort out a bunch of things logistics-wise, most notably my internet. It was really hard for me to get a decent internet plan on site. This trip was planned very last minute. I didn't have any like SIM cards sent to me to be ready to go. So I went to all the T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T stores, and essentially the challenging part is, I can get like a good unlimited data plan for a phone, but as soon as you want to hotspot that data, which is how I run this third-person POV camera, they're like, most we can do is 5 gigabytes of hotspot data, unlimited regular data. I'm like, 5 gigabytes won't even last me a day. Fixing the first took nearly 2 hours with the help of experts in chat. Yeah, where was that? That was in BC, when I was cycling across Canada. We weren't really anywhere. I think we were probably like, I don't know, probably like 30, 50 kilometers past Vernon, BC. Why isn't it such a ripoff in the USA? It's better than Canada. With that said, like in Canada, I've figured out my best solution to have the best data possible while I'm live streaming is to just pay $3 per gigabyte of pay-per-use data. Where in the US, it's just like, it was hard for just me to find the company that will let me hotspot data. But yeah, when I was finishing the cycling trip and I had to switch to that plan in Canada, I think my cell phone bill was like $700. Can't use the phone as a hotspot. Again, but like they limit how much hotspot data you use. But I specifically need, let me show you. So how I run this stream, I'm not sure what you can see. On the side here, there's an encoder, and this is my like hotspot, Netgear Nighthawk, like hotspot, and it has an Ethernet port, and I attach that to the encoder. The encoder doesn't have Wi-Fi capabilities, so I need that hardwired connection. And as far as the carrier is concerned, I'm hotspotting with that. So it's annoying. Like, it'd be so much easier if I was just running a cell phone stream. Like right now I have a T-Mobile SIM in here that I use as a backup, like, phone plan. And when I'm running the cell phone stream, I just turn off Wi-Fi from this thing and I run internally. And it would be cheap, it'd be easy. It's like $40 a month, unlimited data. It's fine. We got Redburn with the, with the Prime sub. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Twitch Bikers. Just past Enderby. Okay. Enderby. I'm trying to remember what Enderby. I can't visualize where that is on a map right now. I know the name. Okay, I'm not going to look it up. Sometimes it bothers me when I know the place and I can't visualize it. I just want to see it, but okay, I'm not going to do it. It indeed gives me 40 gigabyte hotspot on top of my unlimited data plan. You also get better data plans if you're postpaid, like if you're American and you actually have like a recurring data plan. I'm prepaid because I'm Canadian. They won't give me a postpaid plan without like an American address and like a credit check and all that stuff. How long has it been? Should we check on the food progression or just wait? I think we should just wait. I said I'd be staying outside, but maybe I'll get forgotten about. I don't know what it's been, probably 15 minutes. I don't really care what data you use. I think their rationale between the limiting hotspot is if they let you hotspot data, then you'll just use it as a home network and you'll be out, like, you'll really use the data. Where if it's limited to your phone, like, you're not going to be like running your whole home network off of your cell phone plan, I think is where they're going with that. Packaging tape help you out with the zipper for now. I'm not sure what the best tape would be. Like, I honestly think, like, it doesn't have to be fully sealed, just as long as it's like mostly a barrier so mosquitoes and stuff aren't getting in. Like, someone was saying, just get some clothespins. And I think you just get however many, 20 clothespins, and you just pin it every few inches, and it should do in a pinch. And it literally pinches it, so, you know, double entendre there. And it'd be about 35 kilometers from Vernon. Okay, what did I say, 30 to 50 kilometers past Vernon? So it's probably ballpark, right? What was the hotspot solution? Okay, eventually, okay, what happened? I initially went with just some phones and my newest hotspot. It's a Netgear Nighthawk. Is it the M2 or a different one? Anyway, it's a 5G one. It's nice. It's from Bell, so it's a Canadian one. It's unlocked. I can put whatever SIM card in I want, but AT&T will not give you a hotspot plan unless it's a device that they sell, pretty much. So they scanned the IMEI number on that one, and they're like, yeah, our system won't let us sell this to you. And I'm like, well, that's annoying, because it probably would work just fine. But I think they're hotspot ones. It has to understand the device. How was it explained to me? I don't know, anyway. But I did have other Netgear Nighthawk modem hotspots that are actually AT&T branded. So I'm like, well, I have a Netgear Nighthawk M1 MR1100 AT&T edition, and I had to Uber back, get the other hotspot, and then Uber back again, and then they scan that and they're like, yes, this is an AT&T hotspot, we can sell this to you now. Contact ZPAX for you, see if we can do a meetup when you bike through. Okay. That would be cool. Yeah. It would be cool. I think, like, if I mailed it to them ahead, because they'll fix your tent, like, they do repair services. By the time I mail it there, they receive it, they'll probably have time to fix it, and I can pick it up there. And maybe they give me a tour of the place, would be interesting. So I can't actually track their satellite on the road, assuming you can power it from the bike. Yeah, they're quite the power hog right now. I think someone in chat was saying they're trying to work on a 12-volt version, which would be much more reasonable. But yeah, you can't use it while moving. You can, apparently they don't geo-restrict them anymore, but it still has to be stationary when you're using it. It can't track as you're moving. But I think in the not too distant future, that will be the best way for some like when you're doing some really out there trips. There's some really cool things I think you can do once Starlink is like fully up and running. Like someone's going to live stream sailing around the world, and I think that's going to be amazing. That'll be so cool. I would love to be the first person to do that. Problem is I don't know how to sail. Also, still across the oceans, they couldn't do that right now because don't the satellites have to properly be linked so that they can transmit it through a couple different satellites and then get to a ground station? Where right now it only works if you're within pinging distance between you and a satellite and to a ground station. The satellites can't communicate yet. So anyway, long term, I think there's some really cool things you could do once Starlink is up and running. But I think, yeah, it'll be on planes, boats first, before it could be taken on a bike or taken with me hitchhiking. Northern Canadian exploration with Starlink, cool. That would be cool. I'd love to do another hitchhiking trip up to Inuvik. Try to actually get to Tuktoyaktuk this time. Shame the ice road's closed now, but there are still ice roads. Just that was the long one. It's like 100+ kilometers up the Mackenzie River Delta or whatever, on an ice highway. Something, let's see what this one could be cool. It would be cool. I'd love to see their facility. It'd be neat. ZPAX is mostly catered towards like long distance through hikers, but it works great for cycle touring as well. Bella box. What's the big perk of that? Isn't it like cheap, not too power hungry, and you can bond multiple network connections together? Yeah, something like that. Successfully bypassed my carrier's hotspot limits using a jailbroken iPhone and a VPN. There's a way to do it with the Android as well. You're probably right. But I hotspot through a designated like hotspot, a Netgear Nighthawk M1 MR 1100 hotspot. And it does SRT. I don't know if our server does SRT yet. Dr. WD-40, is that what you use? My encoder does do SRT, what is it? Anyway, it does that. I think our server has troubles taking that SRT signal, converting it to something that Twitch can handle, and then doing that. How often you said Z-Packs on stream and reach out to see if they sponsor you? When I first bought it, I did send them an email just being like, this is what I do, this is what I'd like to do. I'm buying this 10, is there, something we could do together? And I don't remember the response. I think they responded with something. Oh, I think they offered me like a affiliate link. Still a RTMP live view pleb? Yeah, I have a live view, and I never liked using the live view. Powering it for me is very difficult. It uses a lot of power. And I didn't find it helped that much in really tough network conditions. Like I was using it through New Zealand, and I used the live view heading south through New Zealand, and then I just used the cell phone stream going back north, and I felt like my uptime was the same or even better using just the cell phone stream. The problem I found with the live view is when I have these 4 different network connections all trying to bond together, but we're in a really rural area, so we're like, one will get just like a bar of connection, another one's dropping out, another one's connecting in just a little bit, and the other one's dropping out. It doesn't know what to do when there's 4 connections so frequently like coming in and out of service that it just gives up. And I'll try to reconnect it, and it's just like, nope. In a city, I think it works. But so many people use live views for IRL streaming. But when I was going through rural areas and we're ripping down the highway, because I'm hitchhiking at that time, I didn't find it did anything beneficial. Voice best option. Someone to call their head office, talk to someone PR. What I really need. Oh yeah, I never contacted that person. Like as far as sponsorship and stuff like that, I need like someone representing me. I've never been good at talking to brands. I'm also not good at asking for things.
I mean, I'm not ravenous. If you are, let me know.
I always just kind of like do my thing, and if people offer me stuff, I'm like, that's sick, cool. But I'm not good at being like, this is what I do, this is what I want, can you do that? With more words than that. But having an actual agent representing me is where I think I should probably head towards. E-Biker, 92 with the 6-month prime. E-Biker is back, I think for the half year. As this loads, but will you do another hitchhiking trip in the future? I'm hoping by later this year I'll be able to go back to hitchhiking. Yeah, so I think my goal would be to do a cycling trip to TwitchCon Amsterdam this year, and then maybe I can hitchhike to TwitchCon San Diego. But at this point I do want to be traveling with Sarah, at least on some trips, maybe all trips, but still I would still want to do some solo trips here and there. Oh God, okay, don't stand on the pedal. If not hitchhiking America, then maybe sometime after that, like later this year, I'll be able to get back to hitchhiking proper, I think. But like, don't take that as gospel, because when the pandemic started to happen, like I had to fly home from a European hitchhiking trip I was doing mid-March in 2020. I was like, oh, by the end of summer, things should be fine. How naive of me. How incorrect was I? I couldn't be more incorrect. So I'm not the right person to ask about how a pandemic situation will play in the long run. exception being plane rides? That's true. Okay, I did make an exception for asking for plane rides. Back in the Hitchhiking America days, I got picked up by a guy who owned a bunch of airplanes and gave me a ride on his airplane, got me a ride on his friend's airplane, and he told me how he would hitch rides on airplanes if he was going to do it. And it did work. Essentially, it's just you go into a small airport and like the FBO, like the office where pilots will walk through before they go to their planes and stuff like that and fly, just recreationally usually. You just go in there and you talk to everyone. And you'd be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm trying to do. I love aviation, I love flying. Do you happen to be flying anywhere? And if you're flying anywhere, do you mind taking little old hitchhiker me? And 90% knows, but you ask enough people. I ended up I caught 7 rides in planes. Todd, yes, California Todd. I think his friend that we got a flight on as well, I think he was Todd as well. If you're in California and you run into a Todd, he probably owns an airplane, or 17 airplanes. I think California Todd, I think it was 17 airplanes. Not all of them were like airworthy, a lot of them were projects, but yeah. Interesting guy. He also owned a Ferrari, and I was trying to see, because I hung out with him overnight, and then the next day, and then we took a flight, and his friend gave me a flight that night from Bakersfield, California to Van Nuys Airport in Los Angeles. But I was trying to convince him to give me a ride in a Ferrari just because I felt like I could count, because he picked me up hitchhiking in his truck. And if he then took me to his hometown and gave me a ride in his Ferrari, I feel like I could say that I hitchhiked a ride in a Ferrari. And that would just be a fun story to tell. But I think his brother or something had the keys to the Ferrari, like it was in town, or he was just coming with an excuse because he didn't want to drive the Ferrari because they depreciate. Like I think it only had like 2,000 miles on it or something. They brought you to the Lambo dealership. Yeah, didn't we get kicked out because we were filming? I think we might have got kicked out. A lot of fancy places don't like cameras. It's okay. I get it. Where's your destination? Heading up to North Carolina. This is a long breakfast. Zipper pull the only damaged part? Mostly there is these carbon like little supports in the very top of the tent where the pole connects into, and one of the carbon posts that kind of cross in an X at the top has pushed through the support, and it kind of just like pokes out. So if I got it fixed, I think that would be a very easy fix for them. For me, I'm not very handy that way. Get your food? I might go in and just check on the status. Get they gonna bring it out to them? Well, I asked them if they would, and they said they would, but they might have forgotten about me. I placed an order. It's been about like 30 minutes. I was just gonna check on the status of it.
What did you order?
The works with grits. ordered from, so hopefully they got the order in. Otherwise, I'm going to be very upset. Exclamation point, average weight US. Yeah. I'm going to add wait times for breakfast joints. For that music for Sunday AM. Well, I'm kind of right next to the speaker. There's only one speaker for this large dining hall.
Yours is almost done.
Oh, thank you so much. That should give 1,700 negative Yelp reviews at the same time. That's something that I like very... How do you pronounce it? Vehemently? Anyway, very strongly tell people to never review whether positive or negative of the places I go to. If my experience at a location is good or bad, I should be the one to post my experience there. It's not anyone else's responsibility, and in fact, it's extremely rude of anyone else to post a review, whether positive or negative, on my behalf, because it isn't your review to make. It's Sunday. It's busy.
It's never ending.
Never ending. Ends at 3 though, right?
For this job.
Oh, you have a second.
There ain't no rest for the wicked. I got 2 tables right now.
Muffin to go for later. A banana nut muffin? That's probably good. Are you jumping from key to key? Bridges, auras. Use the bathroom while I'm here. I'll leave the mic out by the bike there. Sorry, that was probably a loud clack, but I should actually bring my wallet and my phone. Oh. Probably should have done this before I walked in there, although I was just going to ask and then leave. Okay. Just going to leave the mic here and I'll go to the washroom. And hopefully I'll have my food when I come back. Sorry, you won't get the whole ambiance. Well, you won't want this ambiance. Be right back. Okay, we're still waiting. I just might as well be able to talk to you guys.
I think this is yours right over here.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know what you want.
The works of grits.
Yeah, I think that's what that specialties. We don't have grids on the computer, so we have to ring them in manually.
Oh, it's a
That's
special
what the
thing? Okay.
specialist is. It's going to be 2032.
Sure.
And everything should be in there. I see silverware. I believe you're missing butter. I can run and get you some butter real quick for the grits.
Yeah, sure. Do you take credit? Yeah. Sweet.
We just don't take Apple Pay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you. I don't know her number, so let me run ahead and get her real quick, and then
Sure.
I'll grab your butter.
No rush. So the grits were extra, I think. Was I gonna get a muffin? Nah, it's fine. All right, but we are so close to being done.
Let me just tell me it. 2717? 2717, there we go. Sorry, they're a little new, so things are a little
It's
crazy
good.
in here.
It's a Sunday, right?
That's the other thing. Sundays. You can just leave it right over there whenever you're finished. Sorry,
Sure.
I got big pens.
Thanks.
You just leave it right over here, and this is your food right here.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, I forgot. US with their customer copy, merchant copy. Okay. Man, I haven't had to sign a credit card receipt in like, well, since the last time I was in the US. All right. It's a big thing of food, though. I just gotta find somewhere to go. Oh god, my grits. I think that's my grits. Okay. Well, that was an adventure. How long have I been here? I think I got here just before 9. Or just before 10, rather. Right? 45 minutes? They did say 30, 40 minutes. Don't spill the grits? Yeah, that'd be tragic. I was so confused when they're just like, here you go. When you're finished with this, just leave it here. And I'm like, what do you mean? I just paid. They swiped my card and I had to sign and all that stuff. Okay. Did we get better for grits? We did. We did. Where am I going? Maybe we just go down here. That might be a cool place to post up because we're about to go over a bridge. Maybe we just go down this. Oh, I should get rid of my coffee. You're gonna have to camp there. Yeah. I'll just try again tomorrow. I'll sleep here in the back, right? You got a back patio? I'm in. Sounds nice. Maybe some cutlery. I do have a spork in my bag if I need to, but I'm guessing they'll be in there. I just don't care enough to check right now because I do have my emergency spork should I need to use it. How do I want to strap this puppy down? The grits are a little bit awkward. But if I just strap this to the top of my pannier here, should be okay. No, these ones are too small. It needs to be on one of the rears. Yeah, it's actually all a live broadcast. So as I go, people watch it, and there's like a chat room and everything. But, yeah, right.
So like you're down in the Keys, just.
Yeah, I flew into Key West from Canada. I'm Canadian, and I'm just riding up to North Carolina as the end point of this trip.
Cruising along the road.
Yeah.
Recording all the highways.
Yeah, and it's fun for me because I ride by myself, but because people are watching and they can talk to me through the chat room, and I can talk back to them through the mic there. So even though I'm by myself, it's like social, right? You know, it's fun.
Did you ship your bike in?
Yeah, it was one of my check bags on my flight. Yeah. And
that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I'm loving it here. It's like in Canada, it was like 40 degrees or whatever daytime high, and this is a little.
This morning.
Oh, but for me, this is wonderful.
We're on the bikes.
Oh yeah.
Motorcycles. We come down from Clearwater Beach. We live up there.
Oh yeah.
It's 370 miles. We'll beat it home. Get home about 7 to 9.
Oh yeah.
But
that's a pretty long way on a bike in a day.
It's a long day.
How often do you have to go stop?
Huh?
How often do you have to stop?
Well, her bladder's like a thimble. Fuel-wise, about every 200 miles.
Okay.
But
I feel like you have to stop.
Realistically, hour and a half on that thing.
And you need to step up.
Yeah. You need to get off stretch.
I figure, yeah. Most I'm going like an hour and a bit on the bike, and I gotta stop and just.
We're all over 60, so you got back braces and everything else.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you
have to.
Yeah.
They'll beat you to death.
Yeah.
And I'm loaded heavy on the trike. I'm carrying probably 50 pounds of water and drinks and stuff like that.
Oh.
So I mean.
No, me too.
Yeah, you know how that is.
Yeah, I do. I just don't have that nice motor on there like you do.
At least I got a motor. I can power out of it.
Yeah. Have you been like a week on vacation or just like a short trip?
Oh, we come down Thursday, stayed on Marathon, zipped down to Key West 2 days, spent the days down there, came back.
I was planning.
But you can stay in Marathon so much cheaper.
I was going to say, I flew into Key West being like, oh, I'll spend a few days there. As soon as I looked at prices as accommodation, I'm like, nope. Nope. I left as soon as I could.
The season just ended.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 2 months ago, Key West was $1,400 a night.
Because like the cheapest places I was seeing for like a hotel was like $300 something a night, and I thought that was insane, but like $1,200 a night.
Marathon, you can stay for $100 a night.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we.
Yeah.
We
it makes sense.
I'll ride 45 miles on the bike.
Yeah. Awesome.
How was the wind coming across 7 Mile Bridge?
Yesterday, wind was there was wind, but it was a favorable wind, which means it pushed me along a little bit. So today it's a bit more of a headwind right now, but I think as I turn left to cut across the bridge.
Once you get across the big bridge, leaving
the Keys here.
Key Largo.
Yeah.
The wind will die down.
Will it? Okay. Yeah.
But it'll be.
Because it's fighting me today a little bit. Yesterday I was lucky. But we'll see. It's only like, 15 miles, 20 miles before we turn towards the bridge there to cross out. Yeah.
Then you run up one all the way to. Well, I don't know. You going through Miami or are you trying to go?
I think I'll check it out.
Yeah, if you go through Miami, you'll stay on 1.
Yeah.
If not, you get on 997 right there.
Yeah.
In Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get on 997 to shoot you out into the Everglades, and that's what we get.
Yeah.
We take 41 across.
Well, it makes sense on the bike. You want to avoid the cities, right? Like I assume it's just stop and go traffic.
Cities like Miami on the other side.
Yeah.
They'll eat you up.
Yeah. Part of me wants to avoid it, but I don't know. I've never been to Miami, so.
Well, you got a long stretch across Alligator Alley or 41. We take 41. We don't take the toll road.
Yeah.
Because 41's more pleasant. But you got about an 80-mile run with no man's.
Oh, yeah.
And just make sure you got enough fuel.
Yeah, for me, water and food is my fuel.
What did you figure your time frame is to get to Carolina?
I think I can do it in about 3 weeks. This time I actually have a deadline. Usually it's open-ended. I just get there when I get there, but I got to be back in Canada for a family event thing. But so I got to average about 60 miles a day. Yeah, which is totally doable.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good day, though.
Yeah, it's solid. Like yesterday, I did like 70-something miles. So yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a doer. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go find a place to eat, get my feet on, and then see how far I can get today. But have a great trip, man.
All right, you too. Be safe, bud.
Yeah. What do you say, Alligator Alley? Gator Alley? Sounds like a nice place. You get that a lot more in the United States than in a lot of other countries I've been to. It's fun, the social aspect. Where'd my grits go? There they are. Grits? Yeah, okay. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. We're just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna see if I can go like 100 meters down the road and find a place to sit. I'm like, my food's getting cold. Honestly, that guy was really pleasant to talk to, but I want to eat. I'm hungry. I'm a hungry boy. Yeah, we're strapped up. We're good to go. Key West. I just started.
Oh, you
going
did?
Yeah.
Oh, you're coming from? Or
from Key West up North Carolina.
You're going to go to the Carolinas?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's so far. On your bike?
Kona Sutra. So yeah, it's a touring bike.
Yeah.
On your bike?
Beautiful.
That's going to take a long time.
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
I hope you have
great.
a lot
You have all your stuff.
All my tenting stuff, everything. I'm all self-contained, so.
I ride, but I mean, I just do 50, 60 miles,
Yeah.
on Saturday and Sunday.
My dad's a professional.
Is he?
No.
Oh, he's a pro.
He's a professional.
But no, like I've taken this across Canada already, so like
Yeah.
I've gone coast to coast. I've been around Europe and stuff like that. It's the first time cycling in the United States, though.
But I mean, you're clipping in, right?
Yeah, clipping in.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I saw that.
For warm weather, these are great. Shimano SPD sandals, and they clip in, and
I've never heard of that.
like for hot weather, like I never have like sweaty feet or anything like that. It's just it's great.
Wow.
Love it.
That's cool, and you record it.
It's all actually a live broadcast as I go. So there's a chat room and everything as I go. So I travel by myself, but people like.
How do I see that?
If you go, the website's called Twitch TV.
Twitch TV?
And my channel's called Hitch, Hitch. So if you just Google Twitch and Hitch, you can find me.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's famous.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to look you up.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
If you make an account, you can come say hi and just tell me that you ran into me here, and and I'll be looking for you.
All right, bud.
Have a good one. So I was struggling between the guy talking and his kid talking as well. I'm like, who do I interact with? There we go. I got one new follower. It's actually how I got to 100,000 followers on the channel. Just talked to 100,000 people. So I just want to see if there's a good spot to sit somewhere like down here. Maybe I could just sit on one of these rocks. Or just lean the bike up on a rock and me sit on the in the dirt. I'm not against that. Sorry, I was holding up a car. Oh, now they're turning in. I probably should have just sat down at a restaurant if I'm being honest. I thought to go would kind of expedite the process. There was no expedition in that whole process there at all. It was not an efficient. Oh, this gravel's kind of loose. Where we got kayakers? Oh, that's private business. Never mind. Oh my god, we can go right up on the water there. No, we cannot go right up on the water there. Okay, over here. Sit in the shade. It's warming up now. Definitely wants to take my sweater off once we get riding. I don't really have a good spot to sit though. Oh, cyclist. Nice. Oh man. Like this guy actually. That sick tree view. AUT Danny with the break, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're just gonna sit on the freaking floor. It's gonna be great, you'll love it. I don't need a helmet to eat food. Reminds me of my hitchhiking days, just sitting on the ground. All right. My grits fell over, but the container they put them in is nice. I did get cutlery. Can we do a zoom in? Yeah, I'm kind of far away, aren't I? I'm going to show you the food. I'll get up and show you, but we'll just, let me slay this pretty fast here. All right. This is my eggs and bacon, sausage, ham. What's this, pancakes? Nice pancakes. Works cakes. That would be, oh yeah, pancakes. Butter and syrup, beauty. And a bunch of butter, 5 packs of butter. I am set. Why don't we chuck some butter in my grits just so they kind of melt in there? And then I'll show you what we're working with. Oh yeah. Let me show you my slop. I haven't had grits in a long time. I don't even remember if I liked them or not. Doesn't that look appetizing? Mmm. Okay. Mix the butter and the grits. That's what we're doing right now. While it's still warm. Oh, I crushed this open, didn't I? I have butter on my hands. Oh yes, I opened it right here. Butter. Butter. More butter. What's in grits? Some kind of corn something? I don't know, man. I'm Canadian, we don't do grits. Wonderful. That is grits. I'll show you the rest here real quick. This is eggs and ham and bacon and sausage. And these are pancakes, as you can see. A little bit of butter and syrup here as well. Let's throw down real quick. I want to get on the road. I want to get some decent miles down. Also, my tent's still broken, so I got to figure that out. So I don't want to loiter too much here. Yeah, I was stealth camping. I actually found a really good spot last night. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. My tent zipper broke though, so that caused a little bit of complication. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alfono with the 12 months, the 1 year reset. Thank you so much for the year. Hitch is back. Hitch is back in business. Cycling through Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. All right, back him. Sit on a bench? I didn't see a bench. Floor will do fine. I need water.
I'm not.
I feel like I'm not as nimble as I used to be. 8 years of living on the road. I think it's wearing on me. Oh, we got L2s here. Been a while. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you too, L2s. Our savior from Agassiz, BC. When I started my cycling across Canada trip, I got out of Vancouver, I got to Agassiz. I was trying to find a place to sleep as the sun set, and I had no idea where to go. It's like walking along train tracks and crap. And the mosquitoes were destroying me. And I was like, I don't know where to go, but I was like in rural country land. And then I get off the train tracks at like some junction, and I just hear some guy being like, Hitch? And it was L2s there, and he's just like, you want to camp in my backyard? I'm like, yeah? And he was like 200 meters down the road from there. I just happened to be like 200 meters from where he lived in like the country in rural BC. Gave me a place to camp and gave me a bunch of snacks. It was a good time. Misty Icy with the 2-month Prime reset. Thanks for the 2 months. Any social medias you're active on? I've always been bad at being active on social media. But the one I'm least active on is Twitter, because I don't really like Twitter. I think it's a very toxic place. I feel like it brings out the worst in people. Instagram brings out the narcissist in people. I've never been a big fan of social media, and you might be like, that's kind of ironic, because social media is your job. This is a form of social media, which is correct. But I like doing this. Yeah, it's sharing something I'm really passionate about, so that's that makes it okay for me. You missed my sub? I'm sorry, a huge old donkey. Missed your sub there. Thank you for that, and sorry for missing it. Part we were walking down an active railway, I was super nervous. It was an active railway. A very active railway at that too. Just use it as an update. But when I'm not streaming, I feel like I don't have any good updates for people, and I avoid social media like the plague. Any plans to go to Europe this year? Yeah, TwitchCon Amsterdam. Try to be able to trip around that. Just wondering, so when you go live, look up for the live notification. Oh, like on social media? It always felt like, I don't know, like just lame to me to like use social media to only post live notifications, because that's what we used to have Twitter essentially for, is just like going live notifications, but I don't know. I feel like that's boring. Loved your trip in Japan and Eastern Europe. Visited that church and stuff like that. In Japan, or wait, did I stream in Eastern Europe? Well, like, kind of. Well, it depends what you mean by Eastern. Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Montenegro, Albania, Kosovo. Is that Eastern Europe? What does that count as? Appetite levels leveling out. And yesterday I had like no good appetite. I could tell I was hungry, but I just couldn't force myself to eat. I feel very hungry and I feel capable of eating right now, so that's good. We got Skrilla in with the 5-month resub. Skrilla, thank you for the 5-month prime. Much love. Thank you very much. So I'm trying to not. A lot of times when I eat so freaking slow. I'm trying to just get this in. Oh, there's ants all over my phone right now. Poland, Ukraine, obviously not right now. Baltic countries. Well, I've hitchhiked to Poland, but not on stream. I have never been to Ukraine, and like my surname is Daniluk or Daniluk. It's Ukrainian. Family immigrated from Ukraine a long time ago. I don't identify as Ukrainian because I don't have any of that heritage. I don't know any Ukrainian relatives. But that's I wanted to go for a long time because of that. I wouldn't have anyone to meet there. That's in like my family, but still. Any hash browns in there? Could have potatoes, but I decided to try grits instead because, I don't know, when in Rome, eat grits. I don't know, it felt like the proper Southern American thing to do is to get some grits. Potatoes might have been better, but. Potatoes are just like that pure carbs. It's good for fueling you for cycling. Easy to digest as well. This is good. I'm happy with the quality of the food. Oh, I still got pancakes too, yay. You do my dream route? East Coast? I'm still not sure my exact route. There's options. I don't know. If you were gonna do the East Coast, do you know which route you would follow? Because there's like an East Coast Greenway or something like that. But that makes it sound like all like pass and friendly, but you have to like do some like Highway 17. Highway 17 is like no shoulder busy highway. Would you eat while biking with a drone feeding you? That sounds complicated. But, you know, drone technology is advancing quite a bit, so, you know, maybe. I think it'd be, like, cool and probably already possible to have, like, when you go through, like, some rural scenic areas, you just, like, pop a drone up, have it in follow me mode, and then have that feed for the 20-25 minutes that the battery lasts, just to, like, spice things up here and there. But then I need to carry